Assistant Chief. On January the 8th at approximately 6:35 p.m., the Prattville Police Department responded to 113 Irma Lane in reference to a domestic dispute and a subject shot call. Upon arrival, the officers made contact with 24-year-old white male David Deramus, who was suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. The subject was later transported to the Montgomery Baptist Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. After the brief investigations, the officers on the scene discovered that there were two deceased victims in the home. The victims are Elizabeth Rousseau, age 44, and Timothy Rousseau, age 50. At this time, the Prattville Police Department is conducting a death investigation, and the findings of that investigation will be presented to the next Autauga County grand jury. We believe that this is an isolated incident, and it does not, we're asking or putting out there that there's no reason for the public to be in fear. There's no subject running at large. We also would like to say that the Prattville Police Department offers our deepest sympathy to the family, and we ask that the community do the same. We're also putting out that to the public to be careful or to be slow to post on social media, as it's always a bad thing when the victims has to find out about a death from the public before we can make the notification.
So the nature of all those injuries, were they all gunshot wounds?
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, I mean, do you have any suspects? The person who survived a gunshot wound, where does he fit into all this?
At this time, there's an ongoing investigation, and we're just not going to release a whole lot of information at this time.
And so for the neighborhood, any concerns about anything in the future that could stem from this?
No, I think we're good. The neighborhood should not be alarmed. As we said earlier, this incident has been contained as best we know at this time. So there's no need to fear of anything coming from this.
I don't remember his name. The person who did survive, is he cooperating in this investigation so far? At
this time, he's in the hospital. Just came through surgery, and as far as I know, at this point, he has cooperated.
Can you tell me the relationships between the three people that were in the home?
The subject in the hospital, the female on the scene is his mother. The male is his stepfather.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Does anyone else want to say anything? Mayor, would you like to say anything?
I would. Yeah. Thank you. You know, this is a tragedy for this community. I think, as we all know, very tight community here. And so if you don't mind at this point in time, please keep the family and the friends and the neighbors in your prayers, but then also our police officers, because they were there on the scene when all this, after this taking place, when they got called in. And so just keep them all in your prayers, and because on the other side that has been mentioned a little bit already, on social media, they started, a frenzy was starting because of some of the false information that was put out there. So especially on social media, if you don't know true facts, the best thing to do is nothing. We want our officers to be able to get out there and perform their jobs and make sure everybody is safe. But when the neighborhood is all concerned that there might be somebody running around with a gun or something along that line, and in some cases I understand that because everything that's been going on in the nation, in the airports and other communities. But the best thing to do is let our professionals get in there. Please keep them in your prayers. But just remember, if you don't know the facts, the worst thing to do is get out there and act like it is true facts. So in this case, the best thing to do on social media is nothing. So, but keep us all in your prayers.
At this point, can you say anything about the weapons that were used or weapons that have been recovered from this?
Not at this time.
Are investigators still out on the scene, or have you guys wrapped up kind of the investigation?
We cleared the scene, but we're still currently investigating.
When do you guys plan to release any more, if there is any more?